A unanimous rejection means a medication used in most abortions last year will stay on the market.
And today, the U.S. Supreme Court shot down an effort by doctors in Texas to restrict access to mifepristone. WLWT News 5's Todd Dykes is live with local reaction to the High Court's decision. Todd.
Yeah, Chris and Ashley, today's ruling is sure to give people on both sides of the abortion debate a lot to think about. On its surface, what the High Court decided seems to be a very serious blow to pro-life advocates. But dig a little deeper, and it seems the ruling is more rooted in technicalities than how the justices feel about reproductive rights. Pro-life protesters are a common sight in parts of Cincinnati, including today near Fountain Square.
Created Equal is an anti-abortion group that was started in 2011.
Livy Brohard shared her anti-abortion stance with anyone who would listen while processing a big decision by the U.S. Supreme Court.
We know that regardless of what the court says, regardless of how long it takes, we need to preserve innocent human life, and we need to keep fighting until we all are truly equal in America.
All 9 justices on the nation's highest court agreed today to preserve access to mifepristone, a drug used in nearly 2/3 of all abortions in the U.S. last year.
There's a lot happening with respect to access to abortion in our country, and the fact that this decision permits medication abortion to continue doesn't mean that those fights are in any way over.
Judy Dar is dean of NKU's Chase College of Law. She's also an expert on legal issues tied to reproductive rights. Dar explained the Supreme Court's unanimous decision has more to do with the legal ability of certain doctors in Texas who oppose mifepristone to file a lawsuit than it does with what justices think about reproductive rights.
Technically speaking, it really speaks more to the standing doctrine. You have to have an injury, and the injury has to be caused by the governmental regulation, and that simply, the court said, was not present in this case.
I asked Dar why the Supreme Court justices viewed the case in question so differently than a federal court in the Lone Star State.
The lower court in Texas said that the individual physicians and the groups did have standing. Others can comment on whether this was a matter of what's called forum shopping, looking for a friendly judge in a friendly jurisdiction to bring the case and advance it to the Supreme Court. And many would say that's what happened in this case.
And Dar said battles over reproductive rights in the courts are still ongoing, and that's making it difficult for everyday citizens, including patients and providers, to know what's legal and what's not. Reporting live tonight here outside Planned Parenthood of Southwest Ohio in Mount Auburn, Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.